course, I'm told there was a realisation then that maybe the squad didn't have the required experience or the depth to be able to cope with a full season. Then cue last summer's transfer window, and Arsenal, you'd have to say they went more for the finished product players like Victor Gyökeres, Martin Zubimendi, Eberechi Eze, and of course it has really paid off because they are now, of course, the champions, and maybe, just maybe, with a big chance of winning the Champions League. I've just been told now as well that even though Mikel Merino is out there on that training pitch, he could feature.
Arsenal's preparations for the biggest match in the club's modern history stepped up another level in Budapest as club legend Thierry Henry took charge of a special training session ahead of the UEFA Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. With tension building ahead of the showdown at the Puskás Arena, the atmosphere around Arsenal's camp was electric as Henry was spotted heavily involved during training, motivating players and passing on valuable experience to Mikel Arteta's squad. The Arsenal icon, widely regarded as one of the greatest players in Premier League history, appeared fully focused as he worked closely with several attacking players during drills. The sight of Henry directing training instantly sent Arsenal fans into meltdown online, with many believing his presence could provide the emotional boost needed for the Gunners to finally conquer Europe. The former striker knows exactly what it means to wear the Arsenal badge and understands the pain of coming close after suffering defeat in the 2006 Champions League final. The biggest boost of the session, however, was the return of Jurrien Timber to full training. After weeks of uncertainty surrounding his fitness, the Dutch defender trained with the squad without limitations and looked sharp throughout the session. Timber had been struggling with a groin issue in recent weeks, but he now appears ready to make himself available for selection against PSG. Arsenal's medical staff had been carefully monitoring Timber's recovery, and seeing him back fully involved was a huge relief for Arteta ahead of the club's biggest game in decades. His versatility and defensive composure could prove crucial against PSG's dangerous attack led by stars like Ousmane Dembélé and Achraf Hakimi. Training in Budapest was intense from the very beginning. Players looked fully locked in as Arteta demanded high energy and concentration during tactical drills. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice all appeared sharp as Arsenal fine-tuned their game plan for the final. Henry's involvement added another emotional layer to the occasion. The Frenchman has strong connections with both Arsenal and PSG due to his Paris roots, but his presence around Arsenal's camp clearly showed his desire to see the Gunners finally lift Europe's biggest trophy. Fans gathered outside Arsenal's training base in Budapest hoping to catch a glimpse of the squad, with many chanting Henry's name as the legendary striker acknowledged supporters. Social media was instantly flooded with clips of Henry speaking passionately to players during breaks in training, with supporters calling it the perfect motivation before the final. Arteta knows the magnitude of what is at stake. Arsenal are aiming to lift the Champions League trophy for the first time in club history, while PSG are desperate to cement their place among Europe's elite. The final is expected to be one of the most intense tactical battles of the season.